This story is interesting, and you wonder, could it happen to me? An Arizona man says he spent 17 days in jail for a crime he did not commit. Take a look at your screen. The photo on the left is of a suspect accused of stealing from a store inside the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in 2020 during the pandemic. The photo on the right, we've zoomed in right here, is Michael Lowe. He says he was wrongly accused and jailed for this crime because American Airlines reported him to police. He's now suing. Here to talk about the case is Lowe's attorney, Scott Palmer. Scott, let's first give people a real clear picture of how a shoplifting incident at the DFW airport, where there were images of a man who appears to have very short hair, if not bald, was confused by your client who has a full head of hair, and he was named as the suspect. What went down?
Well, that's a great question that American Airlines needs to answer. I'm not sure whether they had the pictures or not. I'm not clear as to what methodology they used to find and track and name Michael Lowe as the sole and only suspect. Clearly, they look nothing alike. The selfie that we provided in the lawsuit was taken by Michael just fortuitously on that flight. They certainly didn't have that day. I don't know what American Airlines has pictures of passengers. I don't know what they have pictures of me. I'm a frequent flyer in American. I'm not sure, but all I know is that they targeted him when asked for the entire manifest. They wanted all passenger information, and they did the detective work for the detective and said, "We've got your guy," and he relied on that and went and got warrants. And then, of course, Michael paid the price of 17 days in jail.
So can you take us through some of the events? This happened in May of 2020. Do you think part of the reason why there was a mix-up was because of the pandemic and it was just a different time? I mean, you were only 2 months into the pandemic. I would think that there weren't a lot of people flying on this particular airplane. So why else would it be so confusing?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure that the pandemic had anything to do with it. Michael tells me that the plane was full.
Wow.
I remember back in May of 2020, there were fewer flights, fewer flight attendants, fewer pilots. So they had fewer flights to choose from, but he said it was packed. But again, I don't know how or why American chose him as opposed to the real culprit, who clearly looks nothing alike. They're both white men. That's about the only similarities, and that they both were traveling on the same flight that day.
Can you, without getting too graphic, talk about how terrible it was for your client, including a strip search?
Yeah, strip searches are generally, I mean, they do those for everybody that goes to jail. But again, having to endure that when you've done nothing wrong, when you're completely oblivious to why you're being arrested, for what crime is it that you're allegedly committed, where he didn't even know where Tarrant County, Texas was. He didn't associate his layover in Dallas, a short layover on his flight on May 12th with anything. He had no clue, but the conditions were horrific. He describes having to sleep on the floor one night, and a steel cot that injured his hips. I mean, he was so uncomfortable. He tells us that he got, maybe 2 hours a night of sleep. The showers were horrific. The conditions were ultimately just horrible. The smell of urine, it just was never ending for 17 days, and not knowing when this was going to end, how long this was going to go on. Was he going to get transferred to Texas and to spend another month or so at a Texas jail? This was the nightmare that he was living every day.
So finally, police actually realized they had the wrong guy. How did that happen?
Well, that only happened after Tarrant County, Texas did not come and get him from New Mexico. They kicked him out of the jail. They said, "We're done with you." He still had active warrants, and he tried to put the pieces back together. He was able to make some multiple phone calls in July and into August, and found a detective in Texas, and was able to beg him to get the actual book-in photo to compare it, and clearly it wasn't the same person.
Okay, real quick, we're out of time, but has American Airlines responded at all, and have they apologized?
I've spoken to them over the past several months, and there's certainly been no official apology. And their evaluation of this case and my evaluation are completely on different ends of the spectrum, so that's why we filed the suit.
All right, Scott Palmer, thank you for sharing this story.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Wow. NewsNation has reached out to American Airlines for comment. A spokesperson says the carrier is reviewing the lawsuit. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.